Hi, my name is Alicia Bonner, and welcome to Epic Interviews, Extraordinary People I Know. I know some extraordinary women, and we're going to talk about friendships today. I was thinking a little while back about how important it is to reach out to your friends. I lost someone about 2 months ago, and I did not reach out to them. So we don't want to have any regrets. We want to make sure that we're being friendly to each other, that our people around us are not just suffering in loneliness, because sometimes you can be around your family, you can be around your friends, and you can still be lonely. So today, I have some beautiful women who are going to share their experiences, share their friendships, share their advice in hopes that you may heal and that you may grow and develop quality, solid female friendships.
I wanted to create an opportunity where people could come and share their stories. And when we open up our hearts, we allow others to help carry our loads as we in return help carry theirs. And the more we share our stories, the braver and the stronger we become.
Hi, thank you guys for coming. Each of you are very, very special to me. I adore you guys for different reasons, but I brought you guys here today to discuss the importance of female friendships. I'd like for us to change the narrative that females can't get along, that all we do is compete with each other, that we don't support each other. And how do we do that? First, we start by having hard conversations, of course, and then by interacting and changing our interactions into positive ones when we see each other, when we're in the same spaces, when we share spaces together. So thank you guys for coming. Coco, you have a hard job. We all go to church together, by the way. Walking into the door and greeting people with their energies, but you're always smiling. You're always inviting. You always make me feel warm, make me feel welcome. I thank you for that. Joy, you already know. We go way back. I'm
Yes,
so
ma'am.
proud of you.
Thank you.
You have grown into a beautiful young woman. It is an
Thank you
honor
so
and it is a
much.
joy to sit and see you on every Sunday. Chantel.
Yes, ma'am.
When I met you, I fell in love with you even before I knew that Sam Cooke's blood was running through your veins. Just really mature, because I'm the auntie of the group. Really mature conversations. I think you're wise beyond your years. I love your friendship with Ariel. So Ariel, thank you for coming. It's a new friendship, and it's something that I welcome as well, because I always talk about the no new friends notion can rob us of some really quality friendships. So thank you guys for being here. And Cherish and Christian, we go way back. Choir about 3 years ago. Christian just came up to, Cherish came up to me and was just like, "How the Saints doing?" And then I loved her ever since that day. I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine." And I love your friendship as well. I love how you guys are explorative. I love your courage to come out to LA and just do, what you want to do. Just pursue your goals. It takes a lot of courage, and you're doing it. We're here to support you, and we're going to get started with this conversation. I was listening to a TED Talk, and this lady named Shasta Nelson said that there are 3 components to a successful relationship with friends, with females, right? And the first one was there needs to be 5 positive exchanges to every negative one, or 5 deposits to every withdrawal. Okay, so if you do something negative to me, I need 5 more positive things to let me know that, hey, this is my friend. The second thing is that needs to be done on a consistent basis. I don't need to guess. Are you talking to me today? Are you not talking to me tomorrow? Can I confide in you today? I need consistency. And then the third thing is vulnerability. Can I be honest with you? Can I be open with you? Can I share with you? And then, are you going to help me? Are you not going to judge me? Okay. So that's very, very important to me as well, because the Surgeon General said last year, 2023, there was an epidemic of loneliness, right?
Wow.
So people are usually lonely, and it followed COVID, and people are usually lonely when they don't have spaces where they can be themselves, you know, where they feel wanted, where they feel valued. So that's the narrative that I'd like for us to change. You know, let's make people feel valued. Let's make people feel important. That's all everybody wants, right? Is to be respected, to have a space where they can be free, you know, be themselves. And I see that in your relationships. We have some new friendships, and then we have some friendships that have been in operation for years. So we're going to talk about that too. I think it's so important that you guys share with us how you made your friendship last this long. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with Joy and Coco. Okay. How long have you guys been friends?
Like I was telling you before, I don't remember life before Coco. I was that little. Yeah, so like 3 years old, maybe.
Wow.
Or, yeah.
3, 4, 5. I remember at the time we were attending a church where our grandparents knew one another. Our parents knew each other, but her and her brother would play the piano and she would sing Tomorrow. If you remember that.
Yes, the Winans.
Yes.
Yes, all
And
the
I
time.
would just look at her and not even. I always looked at Joy. It's probably us as an adult. I realized she was younger than me. I don't know why I thought Joy was older than me because, let it be said, I used to follow Joy. Joy used to take me to all the places. And then we get older, I'm like, I'm older than you. But yeah, so like she said, since you could remember life, I remember Joy's being a friend.
Okay. What do you guys provide for each other that is making your friendship last?
See, you're going to have me crying early. Let me get my emotions together. So I think what Coco and I provide for each other is a ping pong scenario. Like where if I'm low, she might be low in the moment, but she'll see I'm low and she'll bring me up, vice versa. Or if she seemed like she in a mood and she need a laugh, I'm going to make her laugh, or I'm going to try to get her mind off of whatever the situation is that I think that she might be focusing on. She has a different approach to that than I do, but it yields the same result.
Yes. How about you?
I think what we provide one another is, I know without a shadow of a doubt, without there being blood here, that this one would die for me. I know that.
I'll murder somebody for Coco, like for real, and not blink.
And I think that, what I believe she provides that is because, one, I think innately that's who Joy is. That's who she has been groomed, and that's where she comes from. Mm-hmm. But I also know that what I provide her is there's a protection in that, because I know that's who she is. And I don't think it just comes to me. I think that's for those she loves, those she attaches to. But I know that because she's that type, I've always feel like I have to protect her in a way that you can't give that away. You can't just lay that on the line for everybody. Right. And when I say that, we're talking about life, but I'm talking about her feeling, her heart. Her Joy would seem off to some, like standoffish to some people, but because she loves hard from day one, you could hurt her feelings by walking past her the next day. I mean, so when I notice that about her, I just make sure that with our exchange, it's always that she knows that I don't show up like Joy and she don't show up like me. But the bottom line is, I am here for you and you are here for me. And I think we have come to a thing where naturally we are what each other need at the time. Mm-hmm. Whatever she's talking to me or whenever we are together, I could be going through something and I get my fuel from her, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be the exchange. Like, you need me to do something or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just quickly, me losing my mom. Joy probably know my mom just as long as I know my mom. And so during that time, her mom she shared her mother with me, and then on a different level. But even my mom would talk to Joy to talk to me. You know, so oh my gosh, like interpret this over there. But just what I hope that I'm continue to give to her is everything that she has poured out to me, that I've kept a reserve for her. That's just.
Oh,
you know me, huh?
You know, and it shows that you're paying attention, to each other's and to each other's needs. So. Thank you for sharing that.
I want to add something too. Sorry.
No worries.
I love how hard she goes when I'm not being my best self. Mm-hmm. It's like nope, we're not doing this. But you know what I'm saying? Versus like, okay, I see you need some time. Like that's not her way. And I love that because it makes me snap out of certain mental spaces that can block me from progression. I think that's super important in friendships because a lot of, you know, faux friends and friends that we create that we think are our friends, sometimes they, you know, feed off of us not doing well because they feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like they can see how you're strong or beautiful or doing whatever you're doing career-wise or whatever, and it may make them shrink. That doesn't make her do that. That fuels her too. So she'll see me like, we got stuff to do. What are you doing? Because we got stuff to do. So I love that about her too.
Thank you. Okay, Chantel and Ariel, what do you guys think you provide for each other?
I love that. She is my sister.
You are my sister.
So our values align, you know, so we have similar upbringings. We both have very long-term friendships like you all have. We moved to LA without those friends, you know, without that family. So even what you spoke about earlier with the loneliness thing, I experienced that because I was here after my sister left, just me. And what Ariel provided to me was that safe space, like to be vulnerable. And I think that we add that to each other, just providing that safe space and being there for one another. Like we add to each other. You know, we can sit in my place just not doing nothing, your place not doing nothing, like nothing. Or we can go out and spend time with each other in different events as well. So being able to have that person that you can just spend that time with, that you can count on. And in the short time we've known each other, we've had a lot of moments. Like we've cried together, we've laughed together,
Every day.
Figured out problems together. Like we've actually gone through life where it doesn't feel like it's only been so many months. It feels like I've known her for years. You know, so God really, really connected us and put us together. And I think we add a lot to each other. And I love you.
I love that.
I love this.
We are married.
Yeah, I agree with everything she said. I feel like what I bring, I feel like I bring my sense of humor.
Yes.
Because, you know, she can be, you know, Detroit, straight-headed. And I got to bring my sense of humor and be like, all right, now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring it down a notch. We're going to, you know, get to it. But I love Chantel. And I'm so, like, I don't believe in no new friends. Because I am the oldest of 4 girls. So I'm, like, truly a girl's girl, like, at heart. So all I know is women.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, when I met her, the first day I met her, we had a picnic, a jazz picnic. And I don't know. I was just like, this is my girl. You know, it's big sister. I don't have a big sister. I'm the big sister. So this is my big sister. And I don't know. I can't even put it into words. It's like a feeling that you just can't explain. It's like supernatural.
Yeah.
It's my sister.
Yes. You
I
can
can't
see it.
explain it.
You can see it, you guys.
Yeah.
We're both
I
close with
see
our
it.
moms too. You know, all of that. Like I'm the oldest girl of 7. You know, so it's 4 girls and 3 boys. So I mean, all of it. I'm definitely a girl's girl. I love women. You know, I think that we're amazing. Yeah. So yeah, just finding somebody that can support you, support them, and all that good stuff. Yeah,
That's good.
I love it.
Love it. Okay, Cherish and Christian. What do you guys provide for each other?
I mean, I would say just laughter. We both goofy.
I knew that's where you were going.
Inside jokes.
Jesus. Yeah. From the I think we met at choir rehearsal. From the minute I don't even remember the first thing you said to me, but I mean we've been joking ever since. It's like
I love that.
obviously there's a big age gap. We won't be saying ages.
And like for me, I grew up it's just me and my brother, and so I never had a sister.
Girl, don't you make jokes, you do it. I'm the oldest of 3. I have a little brother and a little sister. So I don't think of us as like it's not a maternal thing. Like I'm not like guiding her. We kind of just you would think we were closer in age. We kind of just meshed immediately. I kind of feel like we have forgive the phrase, but I feel like we have an outcast thing going on, meaning we're obviously not from LA. We both came here actually around the same time. I think maybe the same month or something like that. But and we joined the church not too far away from each other. But we both kind of felt like
how do we get into what we want to do? We kind of felt like we don't know anybody. We don't have connections. We really didn't have a mapped out plan. We came from different worlds, but then we're very similar. We have the same middle name.
Oh, wow.
Yes, another Joy.
I love that.
Yes, and church girls, of course, but so the same type of background spiritually, but also just authentically goofy, like it's at our core, and we can't help it.
Nonstop.
Yeah. Inside jokes that we just met. It's crazy, Yeah.
I love it. You can see it. You can see the quality of your friendships without me, without saying a word. I could see the sisterhood, when I look at your friendships. But what I like about you guys is you're not the mean girls. You're not the you can't come sit with me girls. I've gone out with you, we hang out. You guys are always open and friendly. And I think that's important as well. Although we have these solid friendships, we are not going to alienate, other people. That's very, very crucial, because we want to draw people to Christ, right? We don't want to push them away.
Right.
And so I think that these are characteristics that we should, continue to have. And I'm glad that you guys are displaying them. And I'm hoping that people can pick up on them. I'm hoping that they're watching, that they're observing, and that they can emulate that as well. Okay, my next question is, and you don't have to share exactly what it is, but have you encountered a roadblock within your friendship, and what did you do to overcome it? Start with you.
So because we've known each other since we were children, there's always been moments. We all have a center here. We all grew up in the church, right? So these are young women who are growing up as individuals, as well as in front of church. So we went through puberty, all these things. We had separate households, but I would find myself, because I had brothers at the time. I had two brothers. Joy had a brother, but my mother felt like I was turning into a tomboy. So I would go weekends. I would have to stay weekends at Joy house, right? I'm gonna be like, oh, yeah, I got to help her. But I would go to Joy house and learn the ways of the world.
Now the biggest convo.
I would just, everybody would be over there. So it was like, this is okay. Because other than that, I would be playing baseball and basketball at home. So going there, I remember it was times where, because I don't know, like, I was a daddy's girl, but I would have, like, I never wanted to get in trouble. Now, my friend didn't have no problems getting in trouble. But there would be like, we're going to get in trouble, Joy. She'd be like, it's okay. So all the things, those are the times I would just be like, Joy, why? Joy would love to say something, have the last word. I was just always that kid, like, don't do that. And she like, it's okay. I don't know why. That as a child, those are times I would just be like, oh my God. In some instances, I would want to be like, I wanted to be like her. What's crazy is because I'm probably more, I wouldn't say extrovert now. I would just say people probably hear my voice more than they hear Joy. Mm-hmm. But Joy was that person when we were younger. And then there's been moments where we have not agreed on the same things, but we have this relationship right here. Oh, we talk real to one another. I feel like if I'm lying to her, I don't love her. And that's the thing that's I always lead with. I want us to have, I hope she feels like she can speak to that I'm talking to her in love. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if I don't love you, I would let you know. Yes. Walk into that wall. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to tell you what to do, or I want to walk with you. But guess what? What I do know is this don't look good on you from what I see. But you got to explain to me, help me. I can't just support you because you're my friend. I want to support you in wherever you're going, somewhere that's elevating you in some way. Nothing to where if I see something, if she in some type of thing, that I'm gonna say he don't look good on you. You don't. It don't. I love you, and that will be my opinion. And at the same time, if she chooses to, I'm gonna call her every day. What? I know God say better about this or you or whatever. And that could be anything in work, in life, in relationships. I've always, because I want that from her. Mm-hmm. And she has given it. So I think we've had a lot of moments where we didn't agree with each other relationships, and we don't have no problem.
You got no problem telling.
We don't have no problem. Mm-hmm. You got some other instances? There's been some other situations, but
no, yeah, we definitely don't have issues with. man, I'm trying to think. I can think of my own shortcomings as a friend that I recognize, and she actually even voiced to me that I was like, dang, I don't even know where I was in that space. Like when your dad passed, like I wasn't a very present friend at that time for her, and so that definitely I've actually cried about that before, but because I've overcome the person I was then, I feel strengthened by talking about it now to look back and be like, dang, I saw my own roadblock, which caused this roadblock here, and here, you know, because at the time I was so enthralled into this person I was dating that I was not even the same person.
Yeah.
You know, like my mind, my actions, nothing was, it was not me.
Yeah.
That's a whole other testimony.
It's a whole, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Terrible. So, I think for me, that was the biggest roadblock, is facing myself as a friend and being like, dang, I failed here as a friend. I won't ever do that again. I always, like, I don't care who I'm with. I don't care what mindset I'm in, how dark my place is. If this one need me, I'm coming up out that hole. Like, did I say hoe? I said hoe on the Christian podcast. In the,
You mean like
no, I meant hoe. But HEAUX. So yeah, I'm now, me, you know, grown past that and all that, I'm like, I don't care what I'm going through. If I need to step on out and make sure she good, I'm gonna make sure she good. That's it. Yeah. Nice. So I think that was the biggest roadblock from my vantage point of our friendship, of not being present when she needed me then. And, you know, not say like she needed me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I needed to be present for her. You know what I mean? And I just didn't have the mental capacity to do it. I wasn't mature enough to understand that she even needed me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
and it does come with maturity. I know a lot of times, and I've experienced a lot of my friends, when they get a boyfriend or they get a man, then all of a sudden we're on the back burner. But then as soon as he's gone, we're back. We have to find a way to balance that so that your friends aren't missing out while you are finding love, you know. And then as you get older, if you know, decide to get married and the kids, that's a whole nother balancing act. But friendships are important. They are vital. They're vital to my soul. Like, I just love my female relationships. They are, you know, encouraging. And it's like God always sends you somebody when you need it. You know, and then sometimes it doesn't even have to be my core group of friends. I know they looking at me like, where are we at? But right. Wait, you had a friend? But that's later. That's coming later. But just always sending me someone, and it doesn't have to be anyone in my core group. Like, it could be, you know, you guys, or, you know, something that you said to me one day. And that's why I love that. You know, it's inviting, and it's not just exclusive to us two, or me, my three, or me, my four, and no more. You know,
I'm glad you keep saying that, because I'm so new friends.
Aw, Joy.
And it's not on purpose.
It's because of what's
happened. It's on purpose, but because of my experience with people in general, and I think it's just
women.
But that's a childhood thing. Like, you know, like being very cautious and being. I have my grandfather's trait of being very suspicious of people, and not knowing how to just like open up, and then if they show me something else, then close off, versus like I just be looking like, okay, I don't know, can I trust that I can go hang out? I don't know. Yes, I don't know. I call her so much like, what you think about this? Like, what you think?
But she's I think Joy is like, if you could have a friend, Joy is a friend that you would have, because she's a mirror at the same time. She is like a very a place where you can measure yourself. I don't think she knows that to the effect that she is. That's like, sometimes I'll tell her, do that, but then Joy shows up with everything, and then people will disappoint her. But I have to tell her at the same time, you have to almost kind of allow for grace for different situations. Yeah, especially when you're getting to know somebody.
I know that past experiences shape who we are.
Yes,
but it's not fair to the good people that's waiting.
You're
that's
right.
For
You're right. You're
you know?
absolutely right.
And not everybody's gonna make the cut.
you know, but for that one person who will,
Yeah.
we gotta kind of open up.
I agree.
That's true.
Yeah. If I wouldn't have like opened up, so I think there are seasons that I've gone through where it was like the no new friends thing, right? I don't believe that generally, like overall, but I had that a little bit when I was here when my sister left. My sister used to go to Cali worship with me. We joined together, and she and her husband and her kids lived here 10 minutes from me, and then they moved back to Detroit. So when they moved back, I was extremely lonely and I didn't have anybody, but I didn't want to open up because of some of the experiences that I had gone through in the past. And Erica would tell me, she was like, you gotta start opening up and getting involved. I'm like, yeah, I really don't know that many people. She's like, yeah, you gotta get out there. And I'd be like, not yet, right? Because I didn't really want to. And I was so tired, honestly, of church culture and church people
And church hurt.
that I'm like, I'm coming to get the word. Lord, I'm going to be here. I'm going to worship you. And I never stayed after church. I was never there. Y'all would see me. I'll be out. I was say hi to Lady Erica and Pastor and be like, all right, I'm out. But coming to this one women's event that Mama Campbell invited me to and meeting all these amazing women, that's where I think I did. Maybe after that, I met you right after that. But that's when I got connected to these amazing women. And if I wouldn't have done that, I don't even know if I would still be in LA. Because I was thinking about moving back because I was so lonely and so tired of LA and so tired of everything. And I'm like, I want to be with my family, I want to be with my friends. And if I didn't do that and open up and allow God to place people in my life that were going to add that value to me and allow me to flourish and bloom here, I wouldn't be here. You know, so there are new people that will add so much value and blessings to your life and opportunities to your life if you let them.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Say that.
really,
No, for real.
there are people
Seriously.
y'all have to rewind it, okay? but really, God has so much for us when we open up ourselves to that. I think that we miss out on some really amazing blessings when we don't do that. We have to use discernment and have to know that life is going to life sometimes. Everybody not going to be for you sometimes. Sometimes you are going to run into those people who's like, dang, that was a mistake. But that's okay. Like,
It's for that season.
yes, for that season. And like, you're going to go through life. Men are going to let you down. Women are going to let you down. But it's okay. That's life.
It's a human
So
thing.
let's learn how to navigate through that instead of blocking everything out. Use that discernment that God's given us, you know? And then when something doesn't seem right, all right, we're grown enough to be like,
to the
reel it
next.
back.
Yep.
God bless you, love you, you know, and keep it moving. So
I think when you love hard in general, I think that sometimes the disappointment of relationships, friendships falling apart, no
been
longer
there.
being, especially when you're really close to somebody, I think that can almost be like a death. It can be like the equivalent of,
I agree.
of- you know what I mean? And
Yes.
death is so final in our eyes, you know, in our human eyes.
Yes.
So it's like, I gave all that. I invested
my
so
God,
much.
yes.
I shared my deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
I did have those experiences with you,
the
and it's over, and that's just it. And there's no going back. There's
Nope.
no amount of closure. It's done. It's
Yeah.
done. And so I think sometimes what you do is you turn around and decide, well, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yep.
going to put myself out there anymore.
I've been
I'm
there.
not going to be hurt anymore.
Same.
And
That's
that
why-
cuts you off from the beautiful new. And then you might
Very
get hurt
much.
again.
That's
That's the
good, yeah.
thing.
You might
It's
get
a
hurt
risk.
again. It's
That's
like
what love
that.
is. It's a risk.
That's what makes it
You know
hard.
what I mean?
Yeah.
What I've learned is to
It's
take,
hard.
don't have expectations. You know, I just don't have expectations going into anything. I know what I bring, and whatever you do, that's on you. And I feel like if you lose out on me, then that's on you. So I don't have expectations on friendships or anything. I just come as you are.
Right. And then if it happens to
If it
blossom,
yep.
then it does.
Then it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all
And,
are helping me this afternoon.
And my mama always said too. My mama, she is such a wise, wild woman, but she always says to take the E off of emotion and just move. Like, just stop moving around with so much emotion and just take the E off and
Yeah,
just have
just go
emotion.
with
You
it.
just,
I'm gonna have to write that out.
Good.
yeah, so
That is.
that's what I do.
easy.
You know,
I love that.
Chantel and Ariel, what roadblocks have you guys encountered, if you've encountered any this early in the relationship or friendship, rather?
we haven't really encountered any roadblocks.
Not just with us.
Yeah, not us. No,
We've
we got a
navigated
whole
through
group.
other stuff
But
together.
us together, no. I just have I don't know. I just have a respect for her. You know,
I respect you
she's
too.
like 4 or 5 years older than I am, and like I said, I don't have any big sisters, so I just have like a different respect for Chantel. I can't really explain it. Like if she did say something, I was like, I didn't agree with, I'd be like, girl, boo, it's my, it's my sister. Girl, ain't nobody paying attention to you, whatever. And then we talk about it later, we move on. I don't argue with my friends. I don't fight with my friends. I'm just not that person. So if you do something that I don't like, I'm going to say, hey, I don't like that. And if you accept it, you accept it. You fix it, you fix it. If you don't, then hey, I'm on to the next. But I don't really do all of that, so we really won't have any roadblocks.
Yeah. I don't argue with my friends either.
Yeah, I don't really do that.
I can't, I think we both grew up where if it got too much, it went another way.
Yeah.
It went left.
So it's like,
we fight.
I ain't arguing with you. I don't even do that.
Yeah.
Either we're going to talk or we're not going to talk.
Yeah.
But, no, I think that us both being selfless, I don't come into any situation selfish and expecting people to do everything for me. I'm a big giver. I'm giving to people.
We both are.
So yeah, that's how she is too. So I think when you have situations like that where people are not thinking about themselves, it's not about me. I have a lot of long-term friendships where we've gone through different things, but being able to forgive, being able to apologize, being able to give grace and be selfless.
Yes.
When I don't talk to my friends, I have friends, I've been knowing them for over 20 years too. And we may not talk every day,
Right.
but we're going to pick it right back up because we love and support each other.
And that's a
right?
solid
We're
friendship.
always going to be there for each other.
Yes.
So that's what you need. When you have people who they're only thinking about them and it's all about them and something doesn't go their way, you can't have a friend like that. If you want to have a friend, you must show yourself friendly, right? The word.
Yes.
So being able to be a friend if you want a friend.
Yes.
And that's what Ariel gives to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
Okay. Cherish and Christian, have you guys run into any roadblocks yet?
We fight every day, actually.
But we're really blunt and to the point.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I don't like to just.
So
just
you.
So if there's
I
a
love that about
problem,
you.
you say it. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, that's how I grew up.
I think we haven't come, well, you know what? We haven't come across anything with each other, but I can see, I can see if me personally, take the mindset of, well, I'm older and I'm wiser and I have some advice for you. Advice that's right. No, seriously. You sometimes think because you're older, girl, you shouldn't do. I have to let her do her, just like I made whatever mistakes or learned whatever lessons. And sometimes, as a big sister, my mindset is, let me tell her right now, don't do that, girl. That ain't the one. But sometimes I gotta let it, whatever. And it might not be a mistake for her.
Right.
But I think the only thing that we could come against is me giving unwarranted advice, which I sometimes tend to do.
I do.
So,
I love it. I do.
but she hasn't said anything about that. But
I
I try to chill out. She ain't asked me, so
Yeah. I mean, really, I don't be asking people for advice.
no.
She gonna ask.
Because I feel like
I'll offer.
it's off of their experience
Exactly.
and how they made it. So I feel like that method is taken by them. So that's why it's hard for me to take advice sometimes. I don't know. I'm still learning.
No, that's right though. I think she's. I think it's gonna sound so old, but I think she's wise beyond her years. Meaning, she always jokes that she's a '70s baby.
wise.
She is not a '70s baby, but she always jokes that she's a '70s baby. Maybe because of the people you hang around, she just kind of.
Back home, they were up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
she's wise. So I don't.
is
It's not a lot of stuff I gotta tell her to do. Like, girl, she kind of got it. Sometimes she tell me stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Why do we give men grace, second, third, fourth chances, but when it comes to female friendships, we want to cut them off the minute that they disappoint us, or the minute that we, don't think something is right? Why do we do that?
What type of answer you want?
Yeah, real. Need a real.
The first one that came to your mind,
Right. Because
I be cutting them off, baby.
love should be
They don't be
love,
getting second chances.
right? Like if you love somebody, if you love your friend, we need to be applying those principles to our friendships as well. I see it happen all the time too, particularly, and I hate to say this, but particularly if another woman was involved, they'll forgive the man and then hate that woman. How you gonna do that?
It's a pride
Like,
thing, I feel like.
Love is love, forgiveness is forgiveness. We gotta forgive men and women, right?
Yeah.
How can you just forgive one?
because she said, "That's my man. I'm gonna stick beside him."
Cherish.
I mean, weren't in that particular instance, weren't they both
guys off
Yeah.
and loving
Oh,
on
yeah.
girls?
So why
I think you should.
Well, I think people think that in general, people think that men and love and relationships are hard to come by, and you got to hold on to it. And maybe they think that women
the
are
last time.
a dime a dozen, and I can get a friend here and there, but like, I mean, what if I can't find nobody else? And that's why you put up with so much. I mean, you can get deep into that. Honestly, you put up with it because you think, well, if he leaves me, then who else am I going to have? And you think of a friend as just, I can go get another friend.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest mistake because it's hard. I don't know about for y'all. Personally, it's hard.
Yeah.
Quality
It's
friends,
hard to
associates
find
all day,
hard.
people who like you, people who you might have something in common with all day. But it's harder for me to find somebody that I connect with. Everybody is not for me, and I'm not for everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that's okay.
And I think that's the same thing with men, but for some
Absolutely.
reason we feel like we hold men in such high regard. Like, I have a man, and it's like, talking about a dime a dozen, talk about on every corner.
Right.
But don't get me started on that. Sorry.
I want to piggyback off of Christian. What I think is how the woman, girl, boy, or man is raised, because my mother instilled education into us. So I wouldn't grow up and say, "Oh, I can't wait till I get married." That's probably why some of the mistakes I made, because I was not getting married because I got pregnant. That wasn't the first thing. So as far as I look at men goes, the same efforts and time that I put into female relationships, if I do that in a man, I'm not enemies with any of my exes or anything like that. We may not talk, but if we seen each other in the room, hey. Yeah. But even with the female relationships that I have, because I think the way I was raised and things like that, I go hard because I go hard, whether male or female. And then when I have done all that I can do, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And that is even choice for that other person. You have chosen not to fight for this, whether it be friendship, love, or whatever, then I will
Let it go.
let it go. And I think it's more so for me, it's a let it go than it is to not, just don't forgive. No, I don't think I have a lot of enemies out there either. Like you say, I'm not for you or you not for me, but I don't think I have a lot of enemies, if any, to say. But I know there's people probably don't care for me, and I would love to know the experience they had with me to not have any care for me. But or just like, I don't like her, she said something, I saw her talking over there or whatever. But at the same time, I like what Christian's saying. I just think that how some of my friends have epitomized men versus their female friendships and connections.
Yes.
It is appalling. It is that this person was with you 10 minutes and you would do all the things, and this person has rolled with you all these years and you ready to throw them away because they said your man was cute.
Yes.
I mean, things like that. So, I mean,
are we going to talk about how, in general, I don't know about how you guys are raised, but I was always taught, not intentionally, that you can get all the degrees, you can get this, you can get that, but if you're not married and then eventually a mother, then have you really,
the society
I know you're educated, I know you're smart, I know you're funny, I know you're fine, but ain't nobody marry you. So you feel like the prize is that man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, I think that's in general what society's taught us, at least in my day.
I wasn't raised, so I of course want to be married, but understanding that and raised that doesn't validate me and that doesn't make me who I am. I'm so grateful I have parents who they would love to see me married, but they're not pressing that if I don't find a good person.
Right.
When I was younger, I did the opposite. I would cut a dude off real quick. Like when I'm done, and all of my exes know this, when I'm done, I'm done. But I would go hard for my friendships, right? I cut everybody off pretty fast. And that's, I don't know, it's kind of like not wanting to having to go through a lot of stuff. When I see the signals and the signs, I'm like, all right, I love you, but I have to like go this way, right? But when I was younger, it was the opposite. Like I didn't think that I had to have a man. I didn't think that a man was like everything. Like you're not. I would love to have you in my life if it's right, but I'm not going to fight and keep something in my life that's toxic and that's not for me.
Right.
You know, so, and my dad and my mom are like that with all of our siblings. Like, no, like if they're not for you, because I saw how my dad loved my mom. And if I don't get that and I don't see that you're there for me, I'm out, you know? And I'm not about to fight for you when I see that's how you are. I don't have to have a man. I would love to have one, I think they add a lot of value. I think that marriage is absolutely beautiful. But I refuse to ever be desperate, and I refuse to ever fight for something that isn't fighting for me and that isn't good for me. Over my girl, nah, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we don't have to succumb to the world's timeline. You know, you need to do this first, this first, this first. It's God's plan.
You
Yeah.
have the
You
final
know.
say.
He has the final
say that
say.
again.
Yes.
You have the final say.
Because I need everything.
You gotta learn how to be
sing a
happy
song like
without
that.
that. You have to learn how to be happy without that.
Yes.
If it's not the right timing, and find other ways that you know you're valuable and
Yeah.
that can validate you. There's so much more to life. And at the end of the day, as Christians, as women, we have been taught that marriage is the pinnacle of our faith, but Christ is the pinnacle of our faith.
Say that.
The end goal isn't marriage. The end goal is Christ.
Yes.
So if we understand that and understand that, yes, marriage is a beautiful gift. Like a house is a beautiful gift, the cars. But is that the main goal of your faith? No, God is.
Yeah.
So yes, Lord, by the grace of God, I would love to have that blessing one day.
Yes.
But that doesn't validate me. So I'm not going to stay in a situation where I'm being hurt over and over again. You know, just to have that because society says I have to.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
since we're talking about men, do you guys believe that men and women can just be friends?
Absolutely.
No.
I do. I got so
Yes.
many brothers.
Okay, you
Have
said
guys
no.
that are friends for
A
sure.
But I
friend
ain't got
with
to
a
do
guy
that.
with-
I've
I
thought
think so.
They don't want
about
to
that. I feel like I feel like once somebody once one of the two has an attraction for the other, the friendship is already inauthentic because most
I agree with
I
that.
agree with
I
that
have
for
loved
sure.
some men that I really probably liked a little bit, but knew that they didn't like me the same way and stay friends. But I think that attraction kept that friendship longer. So, and I'm speaking for myself that, like, I have a thing when they say this is my best friend, and then you can look at two friends and you can see how one looks at the other. You say, "Do she know she your friend?" One of y'all like each other.
Yes.
And then as soon as the one really cannot take it anymore, tell me about that friendship. Because my thing is a male and a woman, male and a female can be friends. I have some, but I never was attracted to them, and they never are attracted to me. Probably not even attracted to no women. But at the same time,
Exactly.
but I mean, that's a
it's
friendship.
true. It's
But
true.
I find that if one starts to like the other, that is a different kind of friendship.
Wait, but
Absolutely.
that begs a different question. Then I'm sorry. Now I got a different question.
Come on.
So,
Like
can
that.
you be friends with someone that you're attracted to?
I can.
Like just friends, though.
No. If they're attracted to me and I'm not attracted to them, yes.
Well, okay.
Once you are the person who becomes attracted, what is the friendship at that point? Because there's something you're fighting for, whether you're voicing that or
You
not.
think so? Even
but you know,
if they don't like you-
somebody I'm attracted to, I
You
can.
can. I can.
Absolutely.
and not pursue anything. That's what
Because
I'm saying.
attraction doesn't mean
if
that you
they don't
like
like
them.
me, then
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
pursuing
If you look
anything
at
anyway.
attraction, we talking about if you really like them.
I'm not
that's
pursuing no
different.
man
'Cause
anyway.
we
So
see a lot of people we attracted to, and we ain't thinking about
Right. It's
we
like,
could be
okay,
all
you're
they
cute,
friends.
but
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you like them,
Yeah, no.
And
If you
you
want to
want
be with
the
them, like if
friendship
you want
to
to
go
procreate
further.
with
you
them,
wish they would do with you,
With you,
whether
yeah.
it be talking
Yeah,
to
that's-
somebody
then that's
or-
different.
Yeah.
It
So you're
does
talking about
something
really
to
liking
you.
them,
Yeah,
not
that's
just attracted to them.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about this. I was thinking about this question. Like, I have male friends. I have lots of male friends and lots of female friends. It's probably about even. But every single can't say that. A lot of my male friends, they have the two things that would start a relationship for me. Start a relationship. I'm attracted to you. You're attracted to me, and we vibe. We're friends. You
Yeah.
know, that's the beginning. Obviously, there's other things that go into that. So my question is, well, what's stopping it? What's stopping
Something you
from
don't like, something you don't. It has to be something it's something that is never going to. You already like you know how you know your friends. You be like, we can never be here because
Okay.
of that one or
So
two
you don't
things.
see them like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
you can always carry that friendship.
Yeah.
But once you like them and you're in that like, and that like never kind of goes away. If you see them carry on in a relationship with somebody else, it does something to you.
And then that's
That's-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just gonna say I have a male friend that I've been friends with since we were like kids, and he's married now with children. One of his daughters is my god baby. At the same time, I respect his marriage. I'm not gonna sit on the phone with him and laugh for hours
Right. Yeah.
because I respect his wife and his
And
marriage.
the wife
It's different
has
now
a
because
good rapport with you, right?
absolutely, yeah, like
But that's your friend.
that's my friend.
Yeah, you never
Right.
liked him.
Yeah, no, we never, no.
You can always be friends with
know the
anybody.
answer.
It's once the others start to like
Yeah,
or
no,
you
there's never
them,
been no crossing
that
of the lines
friendship
or
is
nothing like that.
changing.
Yeah.
How about you, Chantel? What do you think?
So I, for a while, I couldn't have male friends either. I just started getting really good male friends towards the latter part of my life. Growing up, and especially in my early 20s, I felt like every single guy that I tried to be friend with, they always tried
End
to.
up like it,
yeah, and it sucked. It was like, man, I just want to have a friend, like a guy friend. I got brothers, so I'm good. I know I can go to a guy for advice. But as I got older, I don't know, I was able to, I could think my discernment increased more to be able to know, okay, this person is my friend, or this person, nah, you sticking around for hope
Has a
for
plan.
something, you know? There's an
Right.
agenda, exactly. But a lot of my male friends too, they are married. I love that because I'm like, no, you love your wife.
Yes. Be
I love your
married.
wife. We all
Yes.
good. It's the boundaries
Yes,
is
and
great.
absolutely.
Like, but then I had a couple friends who weren't married now, that are like my boys.
Yeah.
I love them so much. They love me. They have never. It's been 10 years, and they've never tried anything with me. They love on me. They encourage me. They be like, "You're gonna find your husband one day." They really uplift me. And I love how it's only a handful, but it's not a lot. It's not half at all. It's not at all. Maybe like I can count on like couple fingers. But they're true male friends who like love me. So I think that that's possible. Not always, but for a few, it's possible for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just have to examine the situation, the circumstances. If they are married, make sure you're respecting boundaries.
Right.
And
And you
then,
better
like
be
you
friends with
said,
the wife.
Too, yes,
absolutely.
Better.
Have
You
to
better
be
be.
friends with wife. To
Yeah.
me, if you talking to my husband, I better have a good
You
rapport
better.
with you.
Yeah.
Right? How do I not know?
My God, brother.
No, my husband better ask
I do
me
have a
how
guy
I
friend.
feel about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. My one of my really good friends just got engaged, and actually they got married really fast. And I'm like, give me your wife's phone number.
Absolutely.
Like we've like known each other here and there. We never really talked. I said, no, we got to talk now.
Yeah.
Because now you married. You ain't about to be calling me, and I don't have her phone number.
Right.
So I had to call her and talk to her. Like, what's up, girl?
And sometimes
Like,
you have to have that
do
uncomfortable
that.
conversation too with
Yeah.
the wife, girlfriend, whomever. I've had those plenty. Have her call me. Let's all talk so she can know ain't nothing going on, so she can be good.
Right.
So that when you do call me, because I'm talking about my best friend in the world, and something happens and you think to call me, your wife gonna be like, you didn't tell me.
Exactly.
And
You
it
know,
works both ways too. Like
I've
I would give the same respect to my husband.
Right.
Like, are you comfortable with this
Exactly.
closeness? Are you good? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some drama in the past, with guys who are friends who I thought, okay, they're married, they're good, I'm cool with the wives. But for whatever reason, the wife, it was like it's random. It was back in Detroit, and I'm like, I don't even go there. I don't know none of y'all. I don't hang out with y'all like that. I'm never there. I don't live there. I lived in Chicago at the time, and then now in LA. But for whatever reason, there were people that were going around thinking that their husbands like wanted me, or they were DMing me, and I'm like, I don't want none of y'all husbands, not nan one. Please understand that even if he wasn't with you, he wouldn't have a chance.
Right.
So I've had situations where I've literally had to pull people to the side, and like I did that. I'm like, I called the wife, like, let's have dinner.
Let's talk.
Let's face to face, eye to eye. So from my end,
Yeah.
ain't nothing. I don't know what he thinks, but ain't nothing going on right here. And I love and respect you, and let's pray together.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so I have two more questions that I need to get through. The first one is, how do you operate in spaces where women aren't feeling you? Okay, say you're at work and you have a boss. You have a boss that you can tell the energy doesn't really like you. How do you operate in that space to make it a positive experience?
I say hi anyway.
So you speak anyway. And then you got to give them deference because they're your, superior, right? Okay.
I've had situations like that, both if you want to just talk about just women in general, and maybe in that situation where maybe a superior. But I am going to just show love. As a child of God, vengeance belongs to God, and I've seen him show up for me every time.
Every time.
So it's like, I'm not going to stoop down to your level just because that's the way you are. I'm going to continue to show love. I'm going to show up. I'm going to go in prayer. I'm going to pray for you. I pray for my enemies.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I pray for my enemies, and I don't wish nothing bad on them. I let God take care of that. So that's how I handle that situation with any woman. Again, I'm a girl's girl. I love women. So if I know you don't like me for some reason, when I know all I do is show love to everybody. It's like, that's how I am. So if you don't like me,
Yeah.
So you
God
saying-
bless you. Like, I'm going to pray for you.
So
Like you haven't
I'm
given
here
one
for you.
reason.
Yeah, you got give me not one reason.
I use my sense of humor because
Yeah.
I'm hilarious. So I might, reel you in with a little jokey joke or something, but that's just it. I'm not giving you no negative energy back.
Yeah.
Hi, if you don't want to talk, then bye. But
Some people have their own issues that they're coming into.
Yeah, I
like
feel
they
like you
already
might-
have.
you don't know what
They
they're
might have an
dealing
experience with
with.
somebody who looks just like you.
Yeah.
A girl in middle school
Oh
looked
my
just like
God.
you. She had on a blue blazer, and I don't like girls with blue blazers.
Yeah.
Right. Or the
I've
person
had
that
that.
bullied me looks exactly like
Right.
you.
I've
Talk
had
like
that.
them.
Right. Or here's another one, and I don't know how long you got, but here's another one. Sometimes people want to be the only one in the situation. Sometimes, depending
Can't
on
handle another person in the room.
and whether it's another woman, whether it's
Insecurity.
another black woman, whether it's another whatever person that takes the attention,
Yes,
whatever it is. Some people want to
absolutely.
be the only one, and when they see that you're taking their spotlight, and you're not intentionally doing it. Some people don't like that. That's
shine
always my
together.
experience. Yeah.
It's enough for us all.
it is.
We're all
Exactly.
different
Competition.
all have
Exactly.
different talents.
light it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It's a competitive
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I think I do what all you guys do is literally because we all know who we are in Christ. But when I walk in the room, I was even like after the weekend I had, the room was. This person was trying to figure out why you here. Like everybody, why you here? Why you here?
Oh, I've
and instead of
heard
me
plenty of times.
answering the question for them, I begin to just go to each one and say, "What can I help you with? Whatever. I'm not above anything. I'm not beneath anything. What can I help you with? What can I
Yes.
help you? How can I make you look better?"
Yes.
And that stumbles some people because they
yeah.
just say,
Right.
Because you don't have nothing to say back, right?
Yeah.
"You can sit over there. Okay, so what can I help you with? What will help you
Yeah.
get things done better?
Yeah.
Who are you?" Then it turns into that. What you here for anyway? To be a help.
And that's
Yeah.
glad, I'm glad
Yeah, that's
that you
my
said
approach
that.
too.
So let's wrap it up. What advice would you give to women who are struggling to develop, to open up, and allow female friends in their lives? What advice would you give them? And you guys have said some already. Stop the competition. Any other ones? Any other things you guys want to contribute to that?
Yeah, just take the expectations off. Just don't have expectations and realize everybody's human. We all are going through our own things, spoken and unspoken. Just, I don't know, I give everybody grace.
Yes.
Just
Give
be
grace.
open, welcome, be open to receive, because you never know what you are opening yourself up to receive.
Please.
No, go ahead, baby.
No, please. Go. Be selfless, Everything isn't always about you, and everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
So as much as you can, like you said, Coco, be of help to somebody, I pray hard for so many people that they don't even know. They I may never talk to them, but I may see that they're going through something, and I'm going to go to God on their behalf,
Yeah, and she
just making
does.
making sure that you just are selfless and loving on people and not coming into a situation expecting to get, but come into a situation ready to give.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know the blessing that you're going to be to that person, too. They might need you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. Like, you're not like you need you, and you're not the only one who needs you.
Exactly.
And that's just me sitting here getting that information that I got from all you lovely ladies about like not being so
Closed off.
yeah, not being so closed. You know what I mean? Just opening up. So thank y'all.
I would just add, I remember something my mom would tell me when I would meet girls. Because my mother always have a thing about, I need you to be a lady. I was not that much of a tomboy, but I was. But she would say, when you enter a room, think about every woman in there as a little girl. I don't care how beautiful she believes she is at the moment, how she's the speaker of the hour. If you understand the little girl, one thing we all can relate at this table, we all had an experience as a young girl. We're all women here. And if I can just think about where I was in certain places in my mindset, and I literally introduce myself, understanding that you were once me and I was once you, there's an exchange that is always unsaid. Just like if as soon as you hear about a woman went through certain things, you just automatically
Cling to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
because
Yes.
we're women.
Instant
Yeah.
connection.
So I would just say sometimes just instead of always, like she said, they could be believing in whatever they want to about you. If you would just say, I'm going to just find a little girl in her today and speak, even when it's prayers,
that little
unspoken.
Wow.
Because even sometimes I do that in greeting. I know lately, like a lot of people don't want to be hugged, but I'm like, hey, how you doing? Because every child, I believe, at one point wanted a hug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
Very
very
true.
conscious how I hug certain people and whatever. But just just find that light with other women, and it don't even have to be spoken. It's like even the joke coming up and say, "Hey, how y'all saints doing?" It's just everybody wants to be validated and seen. I think women, especially in this world. So if you find those moments to just hi. I know when I first met you, it was a smile. You walking in, because one thing we have, I think unconsciously we say beautiful women when I talk to people or whatever, just think, and then that's the nicest person in the room.
Nicest person.
The beautifulest woman is the nicest woman.
Always.
I mean, you see me. I mean, story, period. I have a heart.
I do feel like that about you. I always say Coco's so pretty and she's so sweet.
Yeah.
It is. It's a beautiful woman that Cali worship.
Now let's talk about how beautiful Coco is. Now
Let's talk about it.
no time out. Her natural hair color is red, and I really would love that. Let her natural hair. I wish you would one day.
I want to say this. If y'all will know, when I'm telling people have a blessed week, if some men in our church, they always say, well, what are they doing with the singles? I said, all these beautiful women that Cali worship, love God, they speak. Go speak to them.
They be scared.
I don't know. That's what every man, I'm talking about from old
It's some
to young. Say, I'm scared. I said, well, I'm going to tell them start staying around a little longer. And
Maybe we need to have social hour after church, like directly after. Literally, not another day, like how we had not how we had the what was it, the speed dating, but the same exact day because you're already there. So maybe they'll build that confidence up in that moment.
It's about the women. They'll be like, well, we're scared. I'm like, I tell them to hang around a little longer.
You know what I'm noticing, just for the advice portion, what has connected the advice that everybody's given is under the umbrella of empathy. Like I try to lead with empathy in life, period. I try to immediately see why, not what, but why. What is the root, not the fruit, because obviously the fruit is coming from the root. So I think the connective tissue here, if you will, with the advice is that you try to see yourself as a little girl in that person, try to see what you would do in that situation or why they're acting like that. And it might be hard because if somebody's meeting you with aggression or being abrasive, your first reaction is, well, who? But the truth of the matter is, who is who? But the truth of the matter is it's for a reason. So the hardest thing is to humble yourself and be like, hey, I don't know what the problem is. Not even with words, just with your attitude. How can I help you? Like you said, it's
Christian,
empathy.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really
love
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah.
I actually want to just thank you guys all. I know that this conversation will be an opportunity for people to grow, for people to heal. I have grown myself within these last 40 minutes. Yeah, that's the goal. Let's continue to change the narrative. You know, let's continue to trust in God, to
Be the
be
salt
open.
and the light.
Come on.
Say that again.
The salt and the light.
And the light. Yeah, because we are the light of the world. And we want to draw men unto us. So I thank you guys again for coming. I love all of you.
Thank you for asking.
This was very, very cool.
It was great.
This was super cool.
Thank you for reaching out.